Let's move on to West Ham 1, Manchester City 1. This wasn't very good either, Stevie.
Ooh, I tell you what, Man City going forward have just lost the spark, haven't they?
Yep.
I mean, they lost a goal, yes, but it really was all down to Antonio, the way he took it. It wasn't even a half chance. But going forward, with the amount of possession City had, you know, we're used to seeing City, yes, up against a lot of bodies, and West Ham did exactly that. Just outside the edge of the penalty box, bodies everywhere. But we're used to City being slick and plenty of movement and good passing and good weight of passing, good time of runs. All those things have absolutely disappeared. And then even when they do get it right and they do get through, they can't take the chances. You know, Sterling could have got 3 points wrapped up through one-on-one with the keeper. Horrible first touch. And they only end up getting a point. But, yeah, I'll tell you what, Pep's going to be scratching his head how he can figure this all out. Because defensively, they're still shaky. And going forward, wow. You know, where's all the movement and the chances coming from? I'm not quite so sure.
Stevie, why has it changed so dramatically? Is it the fact that they haven't got a fully fit striker? Aguero, of course, taken off at half-time. Foden coming on, making a bit of a difference. No Jesus. Sterling, not very much not in his game, clearly, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. You know, you can't argue with the ability. And certainly, listen, 100% fit Aguero, regardless of how anybody else is playing, can get you goals from nothing. So when you've lost that, then, you know, the burden goes elsewhere. And unfortunately, there's nobody carrying the burden. And they can't. Sterling can't. Bernardo Silva's not the same player he was. Mahrez, same. Foden's coming off the bench. He's not somebody that you can put a burden on yet. So you've got just too many players that are not quite at their best and not quite sharp. Now, I guess the only thing you could say about Pep is that he has to get them sharp. They look a little sluggish. Is he doing the right things in training? But after that, it's down to them. You know, Pep can't put the ball in the net or make passes for them. So yeah, there's a few crises of confidence, should I say, going forward for Man City.
Don, there'll be people shouting at us saying, well, I tell you what, if you had 8 points after 5 matches and it was any other manager, we'd be shouting, calling for his head.
I said that today. I said it must be one of Man City's worst starts for a long time. And Stevie's right. There's something about Man City now where you watch them, Dan, and, you know, I commentated on the game where they beat Watford. I don't know if it was last season or the season before, and they beat them 8-0. And they've put 4s and 5s and 6s, and they can smash anyone. I think in the last 5 games against West Ham, the number's something like 17 goals to 1. You know, West Ham have got like 1 goal in about 5 games, and they beat them by 4s and 5s and 4s and 5s and 6s. This Man City side at the moment, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an easy out for me to say. I think they're struggling without any fans. I think Liverpool were the same when I watched them tonight. And I think Man City fans, and I think Pep needs the emotion inside the stadium. I think the players need that as well. I think I would struggle. I think I would struggle with no fans in the stadium.
But Don, everyone's on the same playing field, isn't it? You can't say that West Ham get a point because there are no fans. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but hold on. It affects the better teams more than it does your average side.
I think
100%.
So.
Why?
Go on, Stevie.
Well, because your best players feed on emotion and nerves and excitement and the crowd and the vibe and the whole thing. You know, that takes them to another level. You know, ability-wise, they're a level above the opposition. But you add all the other stuff, the emotion and everything else, it takes them up to another level again.
It's like, I think the best players, like Stevie said, Dan, I think they need jeopardy. When you've got jeopardy on the game and you've got emotion, you've got adrenaline, all the things going through the game, if you're an exceptional player, an exceptional team, you can raise the standards and go to another level. Some of the average players that's been a little bit harsh on the good players, but you know what I'm saying? They can play the game at their own pace and bring the likes of Man City and bring the likes of Liverpool and bring all the top sides a little bit closer to their level. That's why I think, and it's not the only reason, I think Man City have got loads of reasons, and I think it might be about time before they go into the transfer market and just go and buy Harry Kane for £200 million because they need him, because they can't keep going on with a half-fit Aguero and Jesus needs a little bit of time, and he's a workaholic, but he spends so many man hours closing the ball down. When he does get his chances, he's absolutely shattered. They need someone, I think, when they're picking the team sheet and it comes in, and Man City, you've got someone like Harry Kane leading the line. I think then it puts the fear into the other sides. I think they've lost their fear factor at the moment.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.